I'm gonna take you guys with me on my day as a real estate agent. And what we're doing right now, I'm about to go upstairs and change. I've just been working from home the last couple hours. I'm about to actually wrap up my workday, but the things I was doing earlier, I couldn't really vlog. There was really nothing to show you guys. So what I'm doing now is I'm about to go change out of these beautiful comfy clothes that I would usually wear to do my virtual tours, but after I do these back-to-back virtual tours that I'm about to do for my out-of-state clients, I have another out-of-state client who's actually already here that I need to meet at a property because they're going to do a final look at the property. We showed it a few days back to see if they want to move forward making an offer or not. So this is like their decision-making time, and we're gonna see what they think. So that's what we're doing. That's what's on today's agenda. This is a day in the life of a buyer's agent because actually, hold on. This is the day in the life of a real estate agent that works with buyers, because the day in the life of a real estate agent that works with buyers versus a real estate agent that works with sellers is going to be a pretty different day. For the longest time in my business, I said that I will never work with buyers. I hated working with buyers. It was not something I was interested in, and it's so funny now because I am only a buyer's agent now, and this is by choice. It's crazy how things change, but I always said I will never work with buyers. I hated them. I only wanted to list properties, and that's what I started my career doing. And now look at me, look at my day. I am a buyer's agent. It's crazy, and I actually love it. I've fallen in love with the whole process with working with buyers, with the marketing I do to get buyers. It's crazy how things change in your business. But there's also this train of thought out there that in order to make more money while working less hours in real estate, you have to work with sellers, and you can't be efficient with your time while you work with buyers, and buyers just take up all your time. But I can honestly say, maybe it's just the way that I do it, but which I've talked about how I do it in previous videos, but I can honestly say that working with buyers is so much less time consuming, the way that I do it, than working with sellers was. And yeah, I feel like nobody's talking about that. Here is my outfit. I put on jeans just to look a little more put together. I'm not that professional, but I don't really feel the need to be that professional because I'm literally just meeting this client to let her in the house and then leaving. And I've already met with this client so many times before. If it's the first time I'm meeting with the client, I'm gonna be like extremely professionally dressed. But if I've met with them so many times and I'm just letting them into a house, I really don't stress over it. The first two showings I'm doing are virtual showings. So no clients are going to be there. It's just me walking through the house and videoing it. And when I do these virtual showings, I never use my professional camera. And the reason for that is because I feel like the professional camera hides the imperfections in the house. And I really don't want there to be any surprises when the client gets to the home. So what I found through lots of trial and error is the best way to do these virtual showings is actually just using your iPhone. I turn it sideways, so it's not like vertical. I turn it sideways like this, and then I click the button to zoom out all the way. I don't know what it's called. And so they get a good big view of the whole room, like the whole house and everything. And I just walk through the home slowly. I used to not do it slowly, but like trial and error, I had people telling me like, you're walking too fast. So I learned to slow it down. This is the current office situation. This is typically the room where I do my work from lately.
All right, so we are at the second house right now. This is the street that it's on. So this is the house right here. The driveway is a little bit slanted.
But you're gonna have to call the co-list agent about it. He's actually handling everything. I actually haven't been to the property myself. We don't have any offers yet. I just arrived at the house. It's actually right around the corner from a house that I did a virtual showing for the other day. So I guess this is just a popular neighborhood. The only other thing I did today that was work related besides these three like back-to-back appointments that I'm doing right now, real quick, was a buyer consultation. So this is something I did over the phone. I wanted to do it over Zoom. I usually ask for Zoom, but sometimes the buyers just
whatever, you know, going on with their day, they're not able to do Zoom during that time, so we do a phone call instead, and that's perfectly fine as well. So this is something, as a now really only buyer's agent, I don't work with listings anymore. I never used to do this before in my career. When I would work with buyers, I would always meet them at the property, and now I don't remember the last time I just met a buyer at the property. I always do these buyer consultations first. They really set the tone for the relationship. They really help get the buyer's questions answered and just like lay the foundation for a solid working relationship and transaction. And I don't know, I have a really high conversion rate. I never use a buyer agency agreement. Maybe I should, but I really also never have buyers that like flake on me. And maybe this buyer consultation is why. I think it really does help with the conversion rate and like the loyalty with my buyers. But anyway, just wanted to touch on that because buyer consultations are really important. The thing I do is I make sure I stand in the middle of the road and film it for my client before I walk into the house, and so they can see the houses around it and get a feel for like what the homes next door and across the street look like. Because with my buyers buying these properties without seeing them first, I really want to make sure that they don't get to the house and find out the first time after buying it that the house across the street is a dump or the house next door doesn't take care of itself or whatever. So that's super important when you're working with clients virtually. I'm gonna end this video here. Hopefully I'll be ending the day with an offer written. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. We have been stuck at that 13,800 mark for a very long time. So help us get over 15,000 subscribers, and we'll see you next week. But